talking with Jennifer Dougherty, Democrat running for mayor. Primary September 15th. That's Tuesday. Please
don't vote in an elementary school.
Please, if you are planning to vote, which I hope you are, Democrat or Republican, that if you don't know your polling place, you need to find out. Call. I guess the best would be, City Hall, wouldn't it?
Well, Harvey, the Board of Elections.
You can go online to cityofFrederick.com. I have a link on my website, which is jenniferformayor.com. We've delivered about 10,000 flyers to homes that say that have their polling places on it. And one lady, she was sure I was wrong, and I was like, ma'am, I really don't want to redirect you to the wrong place. I want you to come out, and I kind of want you to vote. So people are still not completely aware.
Well, Stuart Harvey sent everybody, he personally hand-addressed a card to every resident, and it has your municipal polling place and your general election polling place.
That's true, Anita. It was sent out, but you saw the card yourself because your polling place changed. I didn't get one because my polling place remains the same.
But if you vote in a school...
But if the top line says your polling place is Hillcrest Elementary School, then the line right below that, it will say your polling place for municipal elections is Cornerstone Church on Waverly Drive.
Which is beside Ollie's, because that's where I'm going right after I vote.
Next to Ollie's. Well, you know that because you know I delivered a postcard.
She's the Ollie's shopper.
I love Ollie's. They got Paula Deen cookware on sale.
Let's take a quick phone call. Good afternoon. You're live local on the Blaine Young Show. Do you have a question for Jennifer Dougherty, candidate for mayor? Hello?
I can't hear anything.
No. Well, he's not there. The person's not there. They're not paying attention to their... sometimes they don't realize we're on a delay. But hopefully they make sure that if people show up to vote, that they accommodate and work with them. They don't run them all over town.
Well, hopefully they'll have somebody standing at the front door in case somebody does show up. It says, your polling place for municipal elections only. Cornerstone Fellowship Church.
Right. Yeah, but what's the line above that say?
It says your polling place, Hillcrest Elementary School. And when I was on the show Tuesday, I told I did it, 3 or 4 times, I think. If you vote in a school, don't go to the school. Find out where you're going to vote, because you're not going to vote at Hillcrest Elementary School. And I told Frank 32 times that he's not going to vote at Hillcrest.
What's your website, Jennifer?
It's jenniferformayor.com. JENNIFER.
Okay.
FOR. MAYOR.com.
All right, and let's try to take one more phone call as Frank's out back having a cigarette. Good afternoon. You're live local on the Blaine Young Show. Do you have a question for candidate Dougherty?
Yes, I do. Great show, Blaine, as usual. Mayor Dougherty, I asked you the question in downtown Frederick on the first Saturday about a technology summit. Can you elaborate on what you would do if you became mayor with regard to using technology, specifically the internet, to promote events in downtown and other aspects of downtown? And I'll go ahead and hang up and listen.
All right, Craig, thank you.
Thanks, Greg. I think the city started to use technology a little bit better before, and I think we need to take advantage of the experts on this. We have a good team that runs the IT department, and I thought we were doing a pretty good job with the website now. I think the website right now for the city needs to bump it up a little bit, and I think the best way to do that is to get some people out there that will help not only give us good advice, but link us up. You know, using the local media outlets, connecting to the local media outlets, and making sure WFMD's website, Frederick.com, all these others that are really trying to promote Frederick are linked into the city, because it has to be a splashy front page, not just for residents who live here, but for people who want to come visit here. Because, you know, we've heard a lot about, taxes. We get a lot of benefit over our strong downtown and the great tourist activities here in downtown Frederick and in Frederick County. So why don't we take advantage of that? We've got to do a better job marketing ourselves.
Now, you're running against Jason Judd. You're running against Chris Simpson. What makes you different versus those two?
Well, as I said before, I respect them. Jason works for a labor union, and Chris is a small business owner, and I obviously respect small business owners, having been one for more than 2 decades. But I bring the experience of having done it, making the difficult decisions in business, juggling when, as you say, Blaine, when you've got to cut something, it has to be done or you don't get paid. and doing it in city government, and the wisdom that comes from years of watching local politics. I didn't grow up here, but I've lived here the last 23 years almost. And the idea that you can, Jason's worked for the organization in Washington, but he's really only had any assignment for a couple or 3 years. That's a big difference. The long-term commitment that I have has always been to the place I live and work, and that's Frederick. And I love Frederick. I think it's capable of so many wonderful things. And just like your home, I love my home and I keep working on it. I know it's not perfect yet, and I love Frederick and I know it's not perfect yet, and I think I can help bring it to the next level, whether it's Carroll Creek, working with the police department, or making the neighborhood advisory councils everything they can be.
All right. And you bring up the neighborhood advisory committees, the NACs. That is something you got a lot of criticism for, and now they're
boy, I
Nick,
know.
Knack, Patty, Knack, kid the dog a bone. Everybody's knack, knack, knack.
What it really has enabled is now that you have active people in each NAC, now the NAC people are talking to each other NACs.
Well,
And so now what you have is a whole
but that
bunch of
was
people.
something that you did come under fire and criticism.
Well,
for.
that's the political silliness of some things. But I was sure that the neighborhood advisory councils were the right thing for our community, because we do have committed residents who want to be linked with other residents. It's the soapbox for neighborhoods. And that's the way the police stay in touch with speeding issues, with issues related to small and large crime. And that's the way elected officials need to stay in touch.
And code enforcement.
Code enforcement, and when it's little things like rolling out trash cans, but this is also how we're going to decide our capital budgets. What are your priorities? This is how we're going to decide whether we reduce trash pickup in most neighborhoods to once a week versus twice a week, now that recycling is coming along in a more progressive way, where we can throw it all in one can and make it easy for us. These are the types of, this is where you have to have these conversations. You start with the residents.
All right, let's grab a quick phone call here. Good afternoon. You're live local on the Blaine Young Show. Who's calling and what's your question?
Hi, Blaine. I wonder if Jennifer's going to attend the event tomorrow.
Okay.
What's the event?
You're talking about the Take Back America rally at Baker Park.
I don't know. I kind of had a campaign plan for tomorrow, but what time is it?
3:00.
Oh, well,
Baker
I'll be
Park.
happy to stop by.
All right. Good afternoon. You're live local on the Blaine. Yep, that person's gone also. Well, we got about 30 seconds. It's jenniferformayor.com. The primary is Tuesday, September 15th.
Yep, I really appreciate it. And I know that everybody's very concerned about the issues that are closest to them, and so am I. And Blaine, as you started out the show, you know no one will work harder for the city of Frederick with no ulterior motives.
No, I've people have made comments. I've never allowed them to accuse you of being lazy.
Oh, you've said that many times.
All right.
Many times.
Nita, Jennifer, thank you for coming in. Pat, thank you for recording the interview. All the interviews will be on WFMD.com. Click the Blaine Young Show, and you can watch all the candidates. We'll wrap up with the rest of the candidates on Close of Business on